Parents who come from countries overseas bring with them their cultural heritage and share it with their Australian-born children, because it's really important that those children understand their traditions and their backgrounds and their wonderful rich cultures and language. And I know that we're going to see some of that this afternoon, and I commend the parents who are here today for taking the effort to encourage their children to explore these cultures and to gain some proficiency in showing them to us. I also understand there's an academic feature to this organisation, and I congratulate Dr. Banerjee for that, because of course giving children that sort of intellectual stimulation is also very important. And we saw how important that was during the COVID lockdown. I last saw Dr. Banerjee when she received awards from Zero Barriers, an organisation that recognises organisations that work in our community to make language and culture and learning accessible to everyone, regardless of their abilities. And I understand that through Dr. Banerjee's work, she's really recognised as doing that through providing such an online framework.
Thank you so much, Tanami, and congratulations on bringing everyone together. I know how successful you've been over the last few years with online learning, and it's great to have students from all around Australia coming together and actually getting to know each other face to face, people who've been learning alongside one another. And you know, Bandana does such really important, interesting things with the synergies between art and science, and also teaching people calligraphy. The work you've been doing has been really, really important and really wonderful, and really great that you were able to keep it going through COVID, but also provide that creative outlet to students during that really difficult time. And also keep them learning together at a time where they weren't able to go to school with their friends, and it was really, really a very difficult time. It's also really important to keep some of those traditions alive here in Australia for the community. So I really thank you for doing that. But thank you for having me here today. I'm Julia Finn, I'm the State Member for Granville. I'm also the Parliamentary Secretary to the Premier and the Parliamentary Secretary for the Arts. And it is absolutely a delight to be here. I'm looking forward to seeing some of the kids' performances.
Thank you, Tanimaji. It's wonderful to see so many kids performing at Tanimaji. I think Tanima is a backbone of Indian culture in our neighborhood. Please give her a big hand. For every function, we can blindly trust on her. Just send her message and she is always ready. So just hats off to you, and you are nurturing so many kids to go for the sake of environment, for the science and culture, especially the traditional Indian culture. So thank you very much, Ji. So we are always here to help you. I am from Blacktown City Council with all my colleagues. So wherever you need us for any assistance from the government, we are always here to help you. Thank you, Tanimaji. Thanks for inviting.
Thank you. We would like to hear from Razat.
Good afternoon all. Namaste, Namaskar, Vanakkam, Kemcho. It's a wonderful to see so many young budding artists and talented scientists here doing experiments. And I also like to thank first Dr. Banerjee for being a source and inspiration for all of that. So may I ask you to, I request you to put your hands together again to congratulate all these students and Dr. Banerjee. Few things I would like to mention here, how Tanima is contributing to Australian multicultural fabric. First, I can see the name here talking about Gurukul. Gurukul is a tradition that developed many thousands of years ago in India, where students are learning from the teacher going in their home about culture, about science. Now, what is culture? Culture are values that hold a person or a society together and guide them in being what they are, in guide them to be the best they can be. So I can see what Tanima is doing is bringing that culture and heritage from Indian subcontinent, that is thousands and thousands of years ago, and to contributing that and promoting that in Australia. And the essence of this culture are these. First is, we all are created in the image of the same divinity. The second principle of that culture is that if we want, we all can achieve that divinity. And the third is, of that basic value of that culture is that we all, the essence of all religions, whatever value we have, whatever religions we may be born in, are in agreement. So, through these teachings, Tanima is really contributing not only to the art and culture, not only developing confidence in the young budding scientists and artists, but also contributing to the strengthening of Australian multicultural fabric. Congratulations, Tanima. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much for your kind words. And now I would like to Sanjay Deshwal.
Namaste and a very good afternoon to all of you from Little India. Like Little India Harris Park Business Station is an icon of friendship between India and Australia, people like Tanima are the real ambassadors who are nurturing the Little India Australia. I was delighted to see the young kids performing so well. Well done, Tanima. Teaching them science and all this is very good and speaks volume about the program, what you do for the community, and I wish you all the best. Jai Hind.
Thank you. And thank you so much. And now I would like to request Stephen Bariji, if you can say.
Thank you very much, Tama. What a fabulous event that you've put together here, and what makes this unique and different to so many others is that you're combining culture, music, dance with learning and science. Each one on its own probably only has a smaller subgroup of people that's involved. Bringing it all together broadens each of those people's horizons to actually enjoy culture, enjoy the arts, and then enjoy the sciences. And it's so important that science is an exact art, but at the same time, that if you don't have imagination and hope, as we just probably add to the global emissions there, but if we don't have the imagination of the arts and the sciences, we won't be pushing ahead to come up with so many different solutions. So what you've done with these children and their ability to articulate their experiments at such a young age, you're setting them up for a fabulous future. The other aspect too is, as we've heard from all the science experiments, how they're actually making small but important changes to how we live through their experiments in recycling, which is so important. We've had the first shot across the bow by a wonderful performer down the back there. I loved your song, I've got to say, it was really well.
Can I say that how pleased I am to see all the kids doing their science experiments. And kids as young as 1 year, in year one or year one, isn't it? Preschool. So preschool and the concepts that they are learning now. When I was listening to them, I was thinking, what were we doing at that age? So I'm very pleased, Tanima ji, that you are providing this platform to very young kids to nurturing their talent, taking their talent out and providing them this platform. Life is about learning, about applying and then sharing that knowledge. Our education is not complete until you have shared that knowledge with someone else. And I think that's what you're doing, Tanima ji, which is commendable because we have to share. It's not for everyone to take the time and effort and passion that you have for for the kids in the community. I saw a lot of kids, they were in part of your cultural event, and they went back and, yeah.
Creative science, a lot of arts, everything.
And see, that's the multi-talent that they are, the skills that they're learning, the life skills that they're learning by being part of this program. So Taniwaji, thank you for what you're doing.
I can see here Councillor Ushaji from Camden.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, it's a great honour to be here today, and I want to thank, of course, Dr. Banerjee, who I've known for a very long time, and I'm lucky to have living in my electorate of Oakley. It is wonderful to be here today, and it's great to see so many of the STEM-based projects around the room, and I don't know if you've had an opportunity yet to see what is on display, but it just showcases the talents of the next generation of workers, I suppose, here in New South Wales, here in Australia. And it's wonderful to see so many people from each corner of Sydney here today. And I want to acknowledge, of course, the mayors and the councillors, my friends in the media. We've always got to keep the media on side. Of course, the local member that was here as well. The Bandana School, Cultural School, I think, plays a very important role in helping, assisting the next generation of workers, the young people with STEM. And STEM is so important. It creates that creativity, it creates and helps develop the broader knowledge of collaboration and science and technology. And of course, as they predict, the next generation of people filling in those jobs in New South Wales and right across the world will need more STEM than anything else before. A better alliance, or a greater alliance, I should say, of maths and science, and two subjects that I personally think should be compulsory in Australia for kids at a primary school and a high school, particularly a high school. They're already compulsory at primary school. So today, this is really important. What you see here today is the young people, and I've seen this before last year, the young people promoting their science experiments using all sorts of objects and all sorts of bits and pieces, and to develop some amazing things. I saw last time in Castle Hill, I saw everything from volcanoes to literally the human body, and I think we've got something developed there as well. So it is wonderful. This is a really wonderful community group, and I want to thank all the volunteers, the organisers, in particularly Dr. Banerjee, for your wonderful work in having this and hosting this today in Auburn. Thank you very much for having me.
Yeah, thank you. It's wonderful to be here. Today I'm with my two daughters, Madison and Alexis, both of who love science, which I think is a great thing to see. And it's great to be here, and it's great to see the kids work, and it's great to see that we have so many children that are interested in science. And science is obviously the way of the future, and that's where the future jobs are going to be. So to all the kids that have been involved today, congratulations and well done. I look forward to having a look at the posters a bit closer soon. I noticed you got one extracting DNA from strawberries, one of our favourite experiments. So I would like to thank Tamara and the school for all the work that you put in, and all the volunteers to be able to put this together. So well done to all the students, and I look forward to seeing more of your work.